What up people, Revan the Legend here and welcome to 80's Mania Wrestling Returns tips and tricks, and today we're going to be looking at some general gameplay tips for you all. So first off, we're going to have a closer look at what you find on the back of a wrestler card, because there is some information on there which is quite easy to miss if you're just skipping through the game. So you're going to start off with your wins and losses. It's going to show you quite clearly marked how many wins your wrestlers got, how many losses they have, and then it's also going to give you a win percentage so you can see in general how well your card is performing. And just underneath that you are going to see a title belt, and if you click on the title belt it's going to open up a statistic screen, but only for this particular card. So you can see how many times your card has been a world champion, a tag champion, a television champion, a cruiserweight champion, or a ladies champion. And it will also show you their statistics for the main cups and tournaments. Have they ever won a battle royal? Have they ever won March Madness, the tag team invitational, the tournament of queens, or the cruiserweight cup? If it's on there you will see it. One thing to keep in mind, if you're using a foil, it's only going to show you the statistics for the foil version. If you have a card that you've used the basic for a while and then the foil, you will need to click on it individually to see those statistics. If you can't remember when the last time you used a card was, do not worry, you can click right here where it says last appearance. It will give you a brief description of what it was, but if you want to see the last 3 appearances of your card, you will click on it and it will open up the screen. As you can see here, the most recent thing the Zen did for me was a 4-star dramatic promo. He then lost a match and then also lost a tag team match. It gives you the rating, tells you how the match was won. So it's very easy. If you've had a wrestler and you've forgotten what you've done with him, what storylines you're using, how they were doing form wise, you can click on this and it gives you the results. And another thing you can find on the back of a card is on some of them, not all of them, but on some of them you are going to see an image of a stadium. Now basically if a card has an image of a stadium on there, it means that they get a statistical bonus when performing at this stadium. This guy here is from Canada, you put him in the Canadian arena, he's going to get a boost. So now let's look at what we can do when booking a show. So we're going to click on week 1. There's a match here, one-on-one. So I want this match to have some sort of world title repercussions. Let's get a couple of the contenders for the world title going one-on-one, see if anyone can jump their way up the rankings a little bit. So we're going to click on the match, and right here it will say view top contenders. So you can click on this and then you can view your contenders for any division. As you can see here, we're currently on World Champion. Use the arrows. We're going now through to Television Champion, Cruiserweight Champion, Ladies Champions, Tag Team Champions. Now, if this particular match will not allow you to book someone, so let's say this is a male match, so we cannot click on the women, they are ineligible for this match. It will say so right here. But if they are eligible, it will give you the option to book them. So like I said, we are going to go for some people who are in the world title picture. Enormous Pierre, so we're going to book him directly off of here, and then we're going to click back on the top contenders and we are going to add Buzzsaw to the match. And there we go. We now have Enormous Pierre versus Buzzsaw, who we know are contenders because we have used the contender button, and that is one way to book nice and quick. Sometimes you're going to want to book a verified feud, so you will just click on the match, go straight up to flavor, and then you have the option of throwing feuds straight in there. As you can see, we can search by feud and then throw whatever feud we want in there. So Cold War, select Autofill, and it's done. It is really that quick. Now, if you find yourself struggling to work out which wrestlers have feuds with who, there is a super quick way of doing it. We're going to click on the 1v1 match, and then we're going to pick the wrestler we want, and then we're going to find out what feuds they have that you've already unlocked. So we're going to go straight to O'Hooligan, who is one of my top guys with a lot of feuds. Now that you've put him in there, all you need to do is click on flavor, change it to feuds, and it will show you all the feuds that you have unlocked for this particular character. So I currently have 2 feuds for him. I'm going to click select and boom, it's auto-filled. So even if you're unsure, even if you've unlocked a feud and you can't remember who it was, stick one of the guys in, click on flavor, and boom, you're going to find it. Now, something to keep in mind is if you want to use a feud between 2 wrestlers or 2 teams, you have to make sure you're using the same variant of card. Now, what I mean here is if you want to have a feud, you have to either have both the foil cards or both the basic cards. You cannot mix and match. You cannot have a foil Arizona Chance going up against a base valedictorian. It has to be the same level of card or the feud will not activate. Same applies for tag teams. Your 2 tag team wrestlers must be the same variant. They must either both be foil or both be basic, or is not going to allow you to do so. So I will show you an example here. We are going to use, this is a 3-person tag team match, but the same applies for a regular tag team match. As long as you have the same variant of card, you can use them without question. So right here, we have all 3 foil versions of the Mad Oppressors, so we can add them in. If we were to take one out, try and add it in with the base card, it will not allow you to use the tag team card for that particular person. So what we're going to do here is we're going to add in Lil Thug, but we are going to use his base card, and as you see, it's not going to give us the option for the tag team flavor because we have mixed and matched. If you want to make sure you can get the tag team, you have to make sure all the cards are of the same variant. So here we go, we are going to add him back in as a foil along with all the other ones, and then as soon as you click on flavor, you're going to get the option again. It happens all the time. If you ever find yourself struggling, you can't find the tag team card but you're sure you unlocked it, keep in mind, it has to be the same variant, and that goes for your opponents as well. If you have a feud card with the opponents, it must be a foil team versus a foil team, or you will not get your feud. So now, when booking, if you want to know who's doing well, you can just hop straight over to the statistics tab, click on win-loss record, and then it brings up your wins, losses for the year. What you want to do now is you want to sort them. So if you want to see who has the most wins so far in your year, you will click on win, and it will sort it from the most wins to the least. As you can see here, Ace of Spades so far in 1984 has the most wins for me. If you also want to see who has the most losses, who's on a bit of a losing streak, click on losses, and it will then sort from top to bottom. And as you can see, Terry Van Winkle, 0 wins, 4 losses, not having a good year. But that is how you go about sorting it, and you can also retrospectively do this. So if you want to see who had the most wins in 1982, use these arrows, click back to 1982, and again sort from whichever one you want. You want to see who had the most wins? Click on wins. Exotic Rick, 15 wins, 2 more than his nearest competitor. And if you want to see who had the most losses, same thing, click on losses and it will sort it. 11 is at the top, which is pretty bad for Jet Set. And if you're trying to search for the record of a card specifically by name, just click the arrow to the right and back to the left, and it will sort it from A to Z, and then you can just scroll down, find the guy you're after. I want to see how Starboy has done in 1984, so I can just spin straight down until I reach Starboy, and there you'll see he has a record of 2-1. You might wonder why some are in white and some are in yellow. Yellow signifies a foil card. White signifies a base card. So it might be that you have you've unlocked the foiled card midway through a year, and it will give you statistics for both. The white one, what the base card has done. The yellow one, what the foil card has done. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you again.